Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Tommy here from Saleslucky.com, and today we're going to be talking about what is a complex sale. All right, so there's a lot of different buzzwords in every industry, and in sales, you might have heard the term complex sales or solution selling. These two are very related. All it means at a high level, and this will be a quick video, is instead of selling something transactional, which is something where you can sell immediately, maybe on the spot, maybe a one-call close. We'll take an extreme example, like selling a stick of gum, all right? When you buy a stick of gum or a candy bar, you don't need to think about it a whole lot. There's not a lot of consideration that needs to take place. You don't even need to ask your spouse. You don't need to ask your manager or vice president or anything like that if you can buy that. If you want it, you'll buy it on the spot and give them your money and you'll take your product. A complex sell or a solution sell is basically the opposite end of that spectrum. So let's say, for example, you were going to buy software for your entire company that would impact all your sales folks, all your marketing folks, and it would drastically impact and change your business. Well, that's going to be more of a complex sell. All that means is that if you're the salesperson making that sell, it's probably going to take more than one person to make that buying decision. Yeah, you might be able to get to the decision maker, and while that's the decision maker, he still might need to talk to his subordinates, his primary managers, as well as the end users to make sure that they're also on board and that they're also going to be willing and wanting to use the product that you're selling. Because in today's age, if you're making a larger sale or we're talking about a larger purchase, no matter who it is, even if it's the decision maker, they might not want to stick their neck out for a big decision like that. That person will probably want to confide in his or her subordinates and managers and understand if they also think that this is a good decision to buy your product or service. So a complex sell just means that there's probably more or multiple stakeholders involved, and stakeholders is just another word for people. Okay, it's the additional people involved in a sale that you need to sell. You need to get on board with your product or service, and you need to find alignment between each one of these people, each one of these stakeholders, and make sure that all their agendas, all their desires, wants, needs are aligned with the product or service that you're providing. I hope that makes sense, guys. So that's all. That's what a complex sell is. Okay, it just means you're getting multiple people on board. You're going to have to speak with and align your product and service with multiple people and their agendas to get the deal across. And solution selling, it's the same situation. All it means is that when you're making your sale, it's not really about your product or service. I mean, it is, but it isn't. They are buying your product or service, but they're not buying it because it's your product or because of the features it has. It's called a solution selling because you're selling them the solution that would be provided to them if they buy your product or service. In other words, I'm buying the benefit. If we take the example, let's say protein powder, for example, if that was a more complicated or if that was a bigger purchase, if you sell protein powder and it costed $50,000, the way a solution sell would work would be you're talking to your customer about the benefits of what your product or service can provide. So I wouldn't be buying protein powder just to have protein powder. I'd be buying protein powder so I could look better after I work out, so I could have my muscles repair better, and at the end of the day, so I could be in a physically better shape and have more self-confidence than if I were to not have that. You know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense, guys. Complex selling is just when you're getting multiple stakeholders on board, you need multiple agreements and alignments to get the deal across. And solution selling just means that you're really selling the benefits of that solution, or I should say benefits of your product or service, and you're really painting a picture for your prospect of the ideal solution that they're looking for, their end goal or end benefit, as opposed to your product's features, and like statistics about your product. You know what I mean? So it's more so about the solution and the end benefit to the customer, as opposed to the features of the product and the product itself. So I hope that made sense, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, if you want any clarifications. As always, please comment below, share, and let me know what you guys are interested in learning about more, and I'll make more of these videos and posts, okay? All right, have a great day.